What's going on, dudes? Counting Games back here again. So then we got Dublin's nightclub scene, Ireland 1970. So this is over 50 years ago. Yeah, because it's 2022. So 70, 80, 90, 1000, 2010. Yeah, over 50 years ago, guys. So this should be crazy, man. Let's get straight into it, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Go check out my Patreon. Go check out my merch. Dublin's night scene is pretty shit as it is today, so 50 years ago it's probably going to be absolute DS, man. Let's get it.
Pop music captures all the excitement and all the enthusiasm of youth. There's nothing intellectual about an appreciation of pop music. It's
nothing intellectual about the appreciation of pop. Oh, he basically called me not an intellectual. Guys, I have you know, man, I am extremely smart.
It's something which compels you onto the floor and makes you want to dance.
But it's just as easy to dance with yourselves as anybody else.
There are certain places where you're told
they were actually pretty hot, like, for back in the day, guys.
Stop dancing, yeah.
Yo, this kind of reminds me of some kind of Quentin Tarantino, Eli Roth, grindhouse, old school kind of movie.
Yeah,
like the
owner
film
doesn't like the way you dance.
I like to dance, so I come here.
They don't like people dancing on their own.
I was dancing away, you know, and all the fellas started piling up in their hundreds, you know, and lifting each other up, and I suddenly looked down and my blouse was completely open, you know. Things like this.
My what? Completely open? Bro, that sounds like sexual assault. That's assault, brother.
And with it's more fun than when you've actually people watching you, you know, you're giving somebody enjoyment.
Bro, everyone in Ireland had like British accents back in the day, man. That's wild.
No, we don't expose that much of our bodies, you know, but not at all. The people enjoy it immensely, you know, and when you find you're giving them enjoyment, well, you put more into it. Yeah, it's great. It's marvellous for my ego.
Let's all work together. Are all noisy, crowded, exciting occasions with music sexually stimulating? Or is there something special about a nightclub?
Nah,
the latest
get BJ's in the back of the room, bro.
Tradition
Back
is
office.
the go-go girl doing her own thing. What effect this has depends on the individual. Excitement, titillation, or just quiet enjoyment. The scene is changing. Maybe someday the evolution of nightlife in Ireland could go as far as strip clubs.
There's one big street in San Francisco, Broadway, and it's got all sorts of clubs, you know, the Peppermint Lounge and kind of signs you drive.
Peppermint Lounge, bro.
Drive
Bro,
up
this
and
chick's
down.
hot. She's California.
You see signs like mother, you know, topless and go-go girl, you know, mother of 8 and things like this, and it attracts no longer the young good people, you know. It's more or less the older people, sort of men that drink a lot. Kind of. It's not a very nice place to go. I certainly wouldn't go there, you know.
Oh yeah, right. You definitely dance there, chick. That's cap.
Even if the man is there, very definitely, I certainly won't have strip acts in my club.
I certainly don't think they'll get to stripping here.
Dude, they definitely will have strip acts, man. As soon as they see that money flowing in.
I certainly wouldn't do it.
Swinging London is only an hour away. The Costa Brava has shown how to mix sex with sausages and fish and chips for lots of Irish people. Now, what happens in Dublin will eventually happen in Templemore if previous patterns are repeated.
Templemore?
Whether you're young or old, whether you see this as a social phenomenon or just as a swinging time, you've certainly seen something new to Ireland. And without a doubt, there's more to come.
Bro.
The pop groups play what are in the charts. And if the tune happens to be on a sexy kick, well, if the audience want to get sexy, that's their trick. But most of them, a lot of them have about as much sex in them as a peanut, some of the groups in the clubs, you know. And there's as much sex going around Skid Row now at the moment. I can't see any girl in the audience fancying some of those chappies. Like, you know, just forget it.
Oh, basically that guy thinks he's the bee's knees. Basically, what he's trying to say there is like that no one's very like attracted to each other. It's very like, you know, just like vanilla, which kind of, I think the chicks look good, man. The women look good, to be fair.
Oh, my mother comes here too, so she can't say anything.
I see. She's here as well.
Yes. So she comes maybe Sunday, every second Sunday.
Does she come to keep an eye on you?
Not at all. Daddy comes sometimes too, you know. But she enjoys herself here, you know.
Alright guys, that's legendary, man. That is absolutely legendary. Dublin's night scene, that actually looked more fun than pretty much you know, anywhere in Ireland nowadays, guys. Nowadays it's absolutely Whack. Hold on, what's that say? Legal drunk drivers from 1960s. Ah, that's funny. Okay, guys, so leave in the comments down below what you guys think. Was it better back in the 70s or was it better 2022, man? Love you guys all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.